My name is Daniyal, and I'm the founder and physiotherapist of Vitality Physiotherapy. Today I'm here with Solo Bars and be heading out to his pro trials on Sunday. Before you go to your trials or your season, you want to make sure your body's strong and optimized to make sure you avoid any injuries. So how do you feel about this time around?
This time I'm excited because I actually feel good. Like, you remember every single time beforehand I would go, there was always some type of issue, like a chronic groin problem, the ankle, and then when you have those problems, when you're on the field, you're never playing at 100%. So this time I'm excited because I feel good. We've been working together and we've been doing a couple different routines that make sure I'm at 100%.
Today we're going to be going through an injury prevention program that you can follow as well.
Always good to be back in the clinic.
Oh, for sure.
What's the focus for today?
Today we're going to be focusing on every single joint in the lower body. So the main joints we're focusing on is the ankle, knee, and hip. I want to focus on strength. We're going to get a little bit of proprioception, so that balance in, and then really focus on that functional movement. So the first thing I want you to do, we're going to go into heel raises. We're going to do single legs. We really want to focus on unilateral strength. We're going to get you to push up, and then slowly down. And then we're going to do a set of 10 there, okay? So I want you to really feel it, slowly lower so you're feeling that contraction to that calf there. Good. Awesome, so you should be feeling that throughout. Make sure you're pushing up through your big toe as well, so you're not focusing on that outside calf.
Okay.
So ideally you do that on both sides.
Yeah.
Next thing I want you to do, we're gonna go into toe raises. So we're gonna be strengthening the muscles on the front of your shins, okay? So we're gonna get you standing against the wall, you're gonna lift up, hold, and again slowly down.
Yeah.
Up, hold, slowly down. So think of that power first, up quick, hold, and slowly down.
This one was huge for me this past summer.
Yeah.
Because you remember I had the patellar tendonitis.
Yeah.
I started training the tibialis anterior, and like 2-3 weeks into it, I noticed the pain was a lot lower. So toes up.
Come a little bit closer so you're not going too far, because I don't want you leaning back. I want you to really use your body to just pull up. Your hand is for support. Slowly down. Up, hold, slow down. You should be feeling that in the front of the shin there, okay? Good. If you want to make that harder, you can put some weight around the ankle, around the toes. You can use a band to make it a little harder. Yeah. Good.
With all these 10 reps?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, we're gonna do 10 reps. Typically you do 10 reps, 3 sets. Like I said, once you're able to do 3 sets, 10 reps, you start to progress it, adding weight slowly and so on, okay? Next thing we're focusing on is balance, okay? Balance proprioception. Big thing for this is to help you with those lateral movements when you're cutting and moving. Okay, so we're going to something called the star balance. You're reaching again, you're trying to keep that knee in line, trying to avoid it from dipping in.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go into almost that star like a clock, okay? So the biggest thing here, go ahead. Biggest thing is keep that knee in, avoid it from dropping in that way, okay? Nice and controlled. And nice and reach, And when you get better at it, you can reach even further. Just focus on that full control. Good. And then make sure when you reach behind, really get that twist in that knee there. Focus on that control. Awesome. And typically you do this about 5 times. Good.
Sounds good, hitting all the different angles.
So even though it can be an ankle exercise, it can still be a knee exercise, it can be a hip exercise, it's focusing on that whole lower body kinetic chain. So we're targeting everything at that point. Okay. Next we'll actually go up. We're gonna go up to the next joint. We'll talk about the knee. The knee's gonna be involved with the hip a lot, but what I want to focus on is hamstrings. So we're gonna go with some straight leg eccentric deadlifts, like almost like an RDL, but you're gonna do a single leg, okay? Because you're an athlete, you're kind of a pro at this point, right? You want to make sure that you're focused on unilateral stuff. So I'm gonna get you standing on one leg. You're gonna be going down slow. You're actually gonna go for a reach and then drive. Okay, and I want you to go with the drive when you come up. So you're going drive. And when you're driving, I want you to think about that glute contraction at the end. Feeling the hamstring, then drive up. You should feel that in the glute.
Yeah.
That's good one. We're gonna go for 10, slow. Boom. Good. Again, big thing with this, you want to make sure that knee stays straight, it's not dropping in. Full control there. Good, and you're gonna do 10 repetitions of this. Same thing, you're gonna do 3 sets. You're gonna do on both sides.
And then at what point would you add weight with these exercises?
Once you're able to do 3 sets of 10 with anything with good control, you find you have good control, it's not too sore, you're able to go through them nice and easily, you start to add weight. And you want to start adding increments of, with the leg, you start at 5 pounds, and increase by 2 to 5 pound increments after that. Roll up here.
I don't see the quads.
Trust me, you gotta see it firing. right, so for this one, we're doing a quad set. Okay, so it's called a terminal knee extension. And what you're doing is you're gonna push back and see a good contraction there, and you're gonna hold each one for about 5 seconds.
Look at that.
I want you to repeat that 10 times. Yeah, you see the definition. Good. You're gonna hold that 5 seconds, repeat 10 times. There shouldn't be any pain with this, so you wanna make sure you're getting to that full knee extension. You should feel that starting to burn a little bit with the hold, okay?
Why is it important to like work this range?
Because quad strength and terminal extension is the most important. If you think about like ECLs, where anytime you're going, you get that step when your cleats kind of stick into the grass. That movement, you need full control of your body. If you have no control, that tip is a snap back. Possible like PCL injuries, ACL injuries.
Usually happens?
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
a snap in motion, right? So you go like that, something you can drop down. Awesome. Okay. Next one we're gonna do, we'll go into some hip stuff. Okay. So with hip, a couple things we can do. All right. So next one we're gonna do monster walks. We're gonna do front walks and backwards as well. So crab walks. I want you to keep low. Again, keeping the knees out. So you imagine you have something imaginary there pushing your knees out. Yeah. And then I want you to go side to side. So really feel that hip engagement. You're staying low. So you're really sticking that bum out. I want you to start to feel really the glutes there. Good. So you should start to feel the burn coming through the sides there. Yeah. You should feel on the side here. Good. You can go back and forth in a small space if you're like wherever you're staying as well. So go back and forth. You can repeat it 10 times, 15 times, depending on how you're feeling. And you usually want to use like, you don't have to go too heavy. Use a lighter or medium band. If you're really strong, you want to challenge yourself, you can use a harder band. But I say, especially for like pre-trial, use a lighter band, just get everything engaged and working. And then what I want you to do now is just go front and back. So keep the wide stance, hips down, step, step. You can come up to me, then I'll get you to go backwards as well. Exactly. Good. Yeah. Then I'll get you to go back. Good. Keep low, keep low. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Good. Next exercise, you can do some lunges. Get into more functional. Okay. Don't forget you go down. Right. More on both sides.
Okay, but the first one,
yeah. Exactly. Just get it warmed up. Then as you go through, you can go and try to do more power. So when you get to that low part, jump, jump, jump. Good. You're focusing on that hop and that power going up. Good. Good. Okay. The last thing I say is one of the biggest things, just more for hip mobility, 90-90s. I know I kind of drill this into you all the time.
It's a good one.
You're gonna do the first additional movement, you're actually gonna hold that for 2 minutes. Okay? So you actually hold it for 2 minutes, but after that 2 minutes, I want you to keep that position. Yeah. Drive that front knee down so you're getting a glute contraction. Then when you're getting that glute contraction, I actually want you to focus on the internal rotator here, and you're gonna focus on the lift. And then you're gonna hold the contraction of the glute and the lift. Hold it nice and strong. Yeah. And then once you hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, you're gonna drop it down, and I want you to go a little bit further. And you're gonna feel a big pull on that left hip. Yeah. And then you're gonna hold it there. Once you get to a comfortable position where you feel the big pull, again, drive that knee down, and then you're gonna lift the other side. So you should feel the glute activated. You should feel your tensor fasciae lata right on the side here activated. Hold 3, boom, down, lean forward. Can you get a little bit more hip mobility there? Again, drive down, lift. So you're gonna feel everything burning right now around the hips. Good. And what we're focusing on right now is hip internal and external rotation. Yeah. And you can go one more. Last one. Push down. Nice and strong. Lift. 1, 2.
I feel like this motion isn't worked enough.
No. We don't work a lot into internal rotation. A lot of people avoid that motion actually. Then you come out of it. Okay. Boom. Switch. And then you're switching sides. Again, getting that internal. We're focusing on 90 degrees. Yeah. And 90 degree in front of you. And then you watch that same thing again.
No, but seriously, I feel like the consistency is the biggest thing. You know, like 3-5 times a week, but then doing it every single week. That's what makes the difference at the highest level. Like being disciplined with that type of work.
100%. Any type of strengthening, prehab, rehab, is consistency. The way to actual gain strength and gain control is by the work you put in. You gotta do it day in and day out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's been big for me too in like the last 2-3 years. I've had a lot of injuries. I feel like if I did this type of work consistently beforehand, like sometimes injuries happen out of control. Yeah. But there's, you know, those injuries you can prevent if you do the prehab. I feel like if I did this routine like 2-3 years ago, a lot of the injuries wouldn't have happened. So I'm happy that we're doing this
For sure.
stuff right now because I'm feeling good.
Just think about those injuries you had in the past, think about your groin, think about the knee. If you had that consistency from before,
Yeah.
you probably would have avoided those injuries for the most part, right?
Yeah.
The goal now is to keep it up and keep it strong so you avoid any future injuries. The whole main idea behind like any type of prehab or like injury prevention program is consistency. Kind of back on what I was saying. You need to be doing these before your training, before games at times, just to make sure your body is ready to take that kind of loaded impact. If your body's not ready to go for it, that's when too much load is put onto the tissue, and that's when strains, like tendinopathies or even tears can happen. So just remember, consistency is the key.
Thanks so much for the session, Andrew. Always good to be at Vitality Physio.
100%. Don't worry, when you're at your trials, good luck, man. Best of luck with it.
Thank you.
We're going to be there to support you no matter what.
I appreciate it.
Have a good one, bro.